So I first went in with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and now I'm going to go in for foundation with the Cover FX and the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm going to use like 1 pump of this and 2 drops of this one. And I mix them together on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to use my beauty blender to mix them in. I used a little bit more of the Cover FX than I thought I would. It just kind of came out, so we'll see how it goes. It's going to be pretty full coverage. I like to put a little over my eyebrows as well. That way when I use my eyebrow product, it really sticks on to my eyebrows, I find. I naturally have little to no eyebrows, like they finish like right here. But I got them tattooed about 1.5 years ago, and I really love it. To set my under eyes and my whole face, I'm going to use the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, and this is the shade Translucent and Light. I think there is only 2 shades, like this and a medium, but it's a really good setting powder, and it's good for under your eyes. I'm taking this smaller powder brush for under the eyes, and then I'll be using big guy for the whole face. Now just before I do under the eyes, I want to go back in and double check. There's a little bit of creasing there, so I want to get that out before we go back in and set it. I don't want to set any creases in there. Same with the other eye. Just double check there's nothing going on here. And set away. Using this big fluffy brush from Hourglass, I'm going to do the whole face. Messy bun activated. The next powder I'm going in with is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in the shade Dim Light. It's like a real eye filter. I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is a matte colour. It's the medium dark colour, but it's the perfect shade for me, and I really love it. I'm going to use it a little bit as a contour as well, just on the edges of my face, and we'll see how we go. Just gone in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush with a small kind of fluffy angled brush, and this is in the shade Mood Exposure. It's got a little bit of shine to it, but nothing crazy. It's super buildable, which is good. You can't really mess it up. Another plus. Next I'm going in with this Nars duo. It's the Hot Sand and Orgasm duo. I'm just going to be using the Hot Sand side for my highlighter today, and I like to use it with my fingers just something different. I also take a little bit just above my eyebrows too, just to do that whole area, and a little bit on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Next, moving on to eyebrows, I'm using this e.l.f. eyebrow kit in the shade Medium, and this little angled brush from Hourglass. This is my favourite brush to use for eyebrows. It comes in a wax and a powder. I use the wax first and then the powder to kind of help the powder stick to the wax. the shape I roughly want, and then go in with the powder just to darken up and soften the edges. But I keep the beginning of my eyebrows pretty sparse, just so you get kind of a gradient effect. And then go in with clear brow gel. This one's from Essence. It was literally $2, but it's the best one I've used, just to hold everything into place. Now onto eyes. I'm going to be using the Serpentina palette, and this really has no transition colors. As you can see, it's just got a lot of bright metallics and some mattes, and this pigment just here. So I'm going to dip into a different palette to steal some transition shades. I'm going to dip into the Tartelette In Bloom palette and probably use some of these lighter ones up here. Maybe even this one. We'll see how we go. I don't really know what kind of look I'm going for yet. We're just going to do it as we go. So I'm going to start by priming my eyelids with a little bit of concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Concealer in Fair Neutral. I'm mostly doing this because we're using some pretty bright colours in the Serpentina palette, and I really want them to show up. Then just to make all that stay together, I'm going to go into the Tartelette palette and grab this white colour up here. It's more of a creamy colour, but it'll work. And just put that on the whole lid as well. Now the lid's all brightened up, I'm going to go into the Tartelette palette again and use the lightest transition shade I can find, which is this one here, called Flower Child, just in the crease. Just going to keep building that up until I get a shadow effect that I like. And I also take it a little bit higher as well than my crease, just because of my hooded eyes. It's a bit hard to see when my eyes are open properly, the colours in the crease, so if I just take it up a bit, that usually helps. I'm going to go in with Sweetheart down here, which is kind of a neutrally pink, to also just put it right on the edges and in the crease. I won't take this one up as much, but I will blend it in with the first colour. I might put some of Blood Milk in the deep crease as well, just to make it even darker. Then we might go on the lid with Hourglass and maybe deepen the outer V with Unk. This brownie colour right here, which has a little bit of gold in it, just to see if we can darken up the outer sides. So first, Blood Milk. These colours are pretty pigmented, so I'm just going to go in lightly to start and then build it up as we go. And these shadows also blend super nicely. Just taking the remnants of this a little bit further up. And keeping the really harsh stuff right in the crease. And for this whole look, I'm just using this fluffy blending brush. For the lid, I'm going to go in with Hourglass, just here. I'm going to use my finger as well, just to get a better colour payoff. This is quite a dark orange, so we'll see how it goes. And I just got a butt ton of fallout here, but I can fix that up later. Just gonna grab a little bit of blood milk again, just so I can mix these two together. I'm gonna take this one just on the outer V to darken it up a bit. We'll see how that goes. It is a shimmery colour, so I wonder how much shimmer it'll pick up versus how much of the dark brown it's going to leave behind, but we'll find out. It's super pigmented, so I only started with a little bit and it's super dark already, but it's alright. That's what we're going for. Just dragging that in the crease a bit more and trying to blend it into the blood milk colour we have up here. I'm going to come in with the blood milk again just because I've lost a lot of it under that colour. Alright, I think we're looking good. I might use a little bit of Profit, which is the loose powder that came with it, just on the like very center of the lids. Just with Sweetheart, which is the pinky nude transition color that we used. On the outer part to kind of join it up to what we've got going up here. Alrighty, on to liner. I'm going to use another angled brush like the one I used for my eyebrows. Dip into this darkest shadow here, which is called Smoke Show. It's brown, but it's super dark brown. I'm just going to push it into the waterline on the top of my lids. So we can already kind of see a difference between this side and this one, where I've kind of done a bit of a drop shadow under here and just done a similar thing on the top. I'm just going to go back and take a little bit of Charmer, the super light colour, and just put it under my brow bone to lighten that up. Finish with mascara. I'm going to use the ModelCo LashXtend. This is one of my favorites. It's a chewing mascara and it's super easy to get off, which is why I like it. There we go. That's the eye look I created using the Serpentina palette. Let's not forget lips. Let's not forget lips. For lips, I'm going to try and keep it neutral because we've got crazy eyes, don't want crazy lips. This is Nude Beach by Too Faced. This one's a sample size, but these are the cream lipsticks. They're so nice and creamy. It looks alright. There we go. And that is the final face. Hope you enjoyed it.